we just got.
I got some advice from my brother, Universal Soul. He heard some of my music and he said, "Brother, let me tell you something." He said, "They afraid of you," because I told him, I said, they have denied Facebook/Instagram has denied 83 of my paid promotion. And I'm trying to pay my own money to promote myself, and they won't even allow me to pay my own money. And he said, "You know why?" He said, "Because one, they fear for what you're saying, but he said, brother, you on their platform."
Yeah.
And then when he said that, he said, "What you have to learn." He gave me the best advice, Juan, and tell me what you think of this. He said, "You got to learn how to convey your." Let me see exactly how he said it. He said, "You got to learn how to hide your message in your heart." He said, "You speak all these different languages," because he said, if you come straight out saying, "F the United States, this and that, don't eat this, this is going to hurt." He said, of course they're not going to let you promote that. He said, you got to find a way to convey your message in your heart.
I think that's beautiful advice. I think that's great advice for all artists. And, that's just about, as an artist, we refine our craft and continue to improve on it and build on it. And that's when you eventually get to that Picasso. And that's what I admire about you. Huh?
Michael Jackson was there. Michael Jackson knew how to disguise, but all these people thought he was crazy and this and that, but he's been spitting game for years in music. Like, who's bad? Am I black or white? Like, when you actually look at what he's talking about, nobody ever got it until they actually started to break it down. Mike is on a level that nobody will ever reach again. Seriously.
Well, he started out very young, building his dad built a platform and build an audience. And that's the thing I was going to say to you, to build on. You said universal light.
Universal soul.
Universal soul is. We're in that. You mentioned something that was real important for right now, which is we're on their platform. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
We're on their platform, and just like the Hunger Games, I was watching the Hunger Games with my son. They was able to change the rules whenever they wanted. You see what I'm saying? And that's what the Facebook, at the end of the day, if you're on our platform, you have to abide by our terms and conditions. See what I'm saying? So when I peeped that and I realized that we really, as human beings, we really centralized the internet ourselves. So we only go to Facebook, we only go to YouTube, we only go to Instagram or TikTok or stuff like that. So it's only like 5 places that most human beings are really going. So they got a monopoly. So what we got to do is create our own platforms. You see what I'm saying? So that's
a lot of us won't even sign up for these platforms when an African brother or sister, because it's some platforms out there now.
Yeah, but we have to do it in a different way. So I mean, that's what I'm doing with Black Swan TV. That's the whole point of that. BlackSwanTV.org, right? Number one, we got to recognize, first of all, the black perspective is the antichrist. You remember I said. That's deep. Yeah, because what I'm saying, remember we said a few things earlier. We said, number one, how they process everything from food to animals to everything from naturally brown to white. They whitewash it.
Right.
Even the pillars. If you look at the pillars of Egypt, that's where they got the idea. And then you go to the pillars of Rome, there's nothing on those pillars. They've been whitewashed. They just wanted the glory of the pillars. They didn't want the story behind the pillars told. You see what I'm saying? So on top of their pillars, there are symbolisms. It's secret knowledge that'll lead you down a rabbit holes of darkness. But if you go to Egypt, it's on those pillars is a rabbit hole that leads you down a golden gateway leading to light. And the more that you learn about yourself, this is the reason why in the Bible they buried the knowledge of ourselves under the Tibereth tree, under the oak tree, under the tree. That was to symbolize when we became so when you go to the dungeons of Ghana or the Gold Coast, on those dungeons, we went through a process. When I say we, the African descendants went through a process. We had to be, number one, broken, so stripped, broken, so we had to duck, like the ceilings were made short so that we had to duck and be brought down to a bowing position, chained, and then sent through a baptism. The baptism symbolized everything before now is being washed away. And now you're coming into our new operating system. And that's why we greet each other with hello, because we were in hello and we were going to hell. And that's why we say good morning. It's because we were mourning our past, our lineage, our heritage, our descendancy. You know what I'm saying? So this is the spell that has been put on the people. And to break the spell, the Bible has given us that. It says at the end, of course, the end of the book, it's Revelations 22. All right, we're going into year 2022. Keep that in mind. It says the leaves of the tree were for the healing of the nation, so that there will be no more fruit, no more curse. Right? So what is the tree he's talking about? The tree of life. The tree of knowledge. The tree of knowledge was forbidden, but the tree of life wasn't forbidden. Keep that in mind. Now he says, he said at the end of chapter 3, he says, now that man has become like one of us to know good and evil, least he now put out his hand and desire to take of the fruits of life, the tree of life. So you need knowledge to get the light, to get the life. So what's that knowledge? It's your sovereignty. It's your sovereignty. That is your salvation. You know, they talking about our salvation, but it's our sovereignty. You are a free, autonomous human being. Like you act. You live by that just naturally.
Home of the brave, land of the free. It feels like captivity for me. How is this the land of the free? Everywhere I go, you surveillance me. How is this the home of the brave? Cowards only try to keep humans and slaves. When you don't see my country tears a feet, you then point the finger, now he's the enemy. Is this American dream? Nightmares is all I see. This land of the free, we're laughing as an African. This is captivity for me. American dream is a scream. Hop that flight there. Live life a king or queen. If you're white, yeah. Eyes of you making top cream of crop, they're quite fair. If you're bright to light, fair skinned it, you gon' hit jackpot like you trended. Very few Terry Crews get blended. I'm not gonna be alright like Kendrick, alright? Like Usain Bolts when Lord sends an ATL. Won't feel a good joke. Martin Sodom Gomorrah's hell in the tour books. I just write the fire, other rappers look for smoke. Cannot be my rap. You Jezebel's wise, seeking advice. I got lots. Do not look back. The past is flash. Every Babylon found soon come crumbling down. Economy crash can't last. Captivity is profit like American jails. I got the locksmith. I spit what's in X-Men's future past. It's all prophecy. I'm the prophet. How is this the land of the free? Everywhere I go, you surveillance me. How is this the home of the brave? Cowards only try to keep humans and slaves. When you don't sing our country tears a feet, you then point the finger, now he's the enemy. This American dream, nightmares is all I see. This land positivity for